Have you ever wondered how texts written, centuries ago, especially these really deep spiritual ones, can still offer profound insights and, practical wisdom for our lives today, our really fast-paced lives?
It's a great question. And what if there was one work, often called the essence of the Vedas and Puranas, those ancient texts,
Right.
that could kind of act as a shortcut, a way to get really well informed about these timeless lessons on duty, human nature, divine connection?
That sounds exactly like what we need. So that's our mission today, isn't it?
Precisely. We're taking a deep dive into the Ramcharitmanas. It's this foundational narrative, but it's really more than just a story.
Mm.
Think of it as a profound tapestry. Human emotion, divine power, timeless wisdom, all woven together.
Okay.
We'll be looking at key bits, excerpts, the table of contents even, specific verses, just to reveal the scope, the sheer scale and power of this work.
And the goal is to pull out those essential nuggets of knowledge for you listening right now.
Exactly. Extract those key insights.
So let's start with that. Let's unpack the power and purpose of this text. You said it's not just a story, it's considered incredibly sacred, known to bring welfare, remove inauspiciousness.
That's right. It holds immense spiritual weight.
But what is it about the Ramcharitmanas specifically that gives it that power, that spiritual efficacy? How does it achieve that? I mean, we even hear that Lord Shiva himself constantly chants the name of Rama.
Yeah, and that's such a crucial point, isn't it? If Lord Shiva, the ultimate ascetic, the god of transformation, finds such core truth and power in Rama's name, well, that points to something incredibly potent.
Something fundamental.
Exactly. Fundamental. It suggests the Ramcharitmanas isn't just telling a story, it's offering a path, maybe a vibration, a set of principles so basic that just remembering them or reciting them can purify and elevate. And what's fascinating is, despite that huge spiritual weight, it aims to be accessible. It's poetry, the style. It thrives on simplicity, on pure character description.
Simple but powerful.
So powerful, it said, that even enemies forget their enmity when they hear it.
Wow. That's quite a claim.
Yeah.
It suggests the narrative itself has this transformative power built in.
It does, but interestingly, the author Tulsidas, he starts off very humbly, admits his own intellect is small.
Right. I noticed that. It feels like more than just modesty, though. What do you think that humility encourages in us as readers or in anyone approaching this kind of deep learning?
Oh, it's absolutely a teaching moment. It encourages us to come to it not just with our intellect firing on all cylinders, but with a pure intellect. Open, receptive.
Setting aside our own stuff, our biases.
Exactly. Letting the material speak. True wisdom often starts right there, doesn't it? When we acknowledge what we don't know.
Yeah.
And, in the bigger picture, the narrative isn't just literal. It's layered with metaphor. It's shown as this powerful force against evil, kind of like Durga.
The protective goddess.
Right. And also a source of abundance for saints, like Lakshmi, coming from the ocean of milk.
Goddess of prosperity.
And it provides support, like the earth itself, and offers a path to liberation, like the Yamuna River freeing souls from Yama's messengers, or like the sacred city Kashi offering moksha, that spiritual release.
So many layers. It adds this really deep symbolic understanding. It's not just one thing.
Far beyond a simple narrative, yes.
Okay, so we've got this profound symbolism, and then the story itself just sweeps us into this incredible beginning. A celestial wedding, but then pretty quickly, earthly conflicts arise.
Yes, the wedding of Sita and Rama. It's painted with just unparalleled beauty. The brides, so stunning that crores of Kamadevas, the god of love, cannot compare.
Crores. Millions.
Exactly. And the grooms, Rama and his brothers, they can steal the eyes of the universe.
So what do these extreme descriptions tell us about the ideal being presented here? Divinity, beauty.
Well, it lifts the whole event beyond just a human celebration, doesn't it? It suggests the divine standard of perfection. They're not just good-looking people. They embody divine grace, universal charm.
And King Janaka, Sita's father, makes sure the arrangements match that scale. Very inclusive, too, ensuring even the low and small have a place.
That's an important detail, but even amidst this perfection, you feel the tension during Sita's Swayamvara, where she chooses her husband.
Right, the challenge with the bow.
Yes, Shiva's mighty bow. And even Sita feels this personal anxiety as Rama steps up to lift it. It shows that human element, even in these divine settings.
And this is where things really ignite, isn't it? That tension just explodes into this fiery confrontation.
Yeah.
Lakshmana, Rama's brother,
Always devoted.
and the sage Parashurama, who is absolutely enraged about the broken bow.
Consumed by rage, yeah.
And Lakshmana, he doesn't back down. He gives these sharp, witty, almost taunting replies, like showing him a small chisel while mocking him as a great warrior. That's bold. Reckless, maybe?
It is. It absolutely showcases Lakshmana's fierce loyalty, his fiery nature, always ready to defend Rama, sometimes, perhaps, a bit impulsively.
A real contrast to Rama.
A total contrast to Rama's serene intervention. Rama steps in, calms everything down. He embodies that self-control, that wisdom, sticking to his dharma, his duty, even when provoked.
It's a beautiful illustration of different responses
Yeah,
and how quickly joy can turn to challenge.
it really is. And then almost immediately we see that tragic turn, Rama's exile, triggered by Manthara, the maidservant.
Poisoning Queen Kaikeyi's mind.
Right, leading to Kaikeyi's demands. Rama must be exiled.
And the sorrow of King Dasharatha, their father.
Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking. He passes away calling Rama's name. Can't bear the separation. That love is so palpable.
It's incredibly poignant. And then comes that pivotal event, Sita's abduction, the whole golden deer deception.
Maricha, the demon.
His death, yes, and the valiant Jatayu, the vulture king, trying to stop Ravana, the demon king.
A heroic, but ultimately tragic stand.
And after Sita is taken, Rama's grief. It's profoundly human. The text actually describes him wailing. Lakshmana is deeply concerned.
Seeing divine figures experience such intense human emotion,
Yeah.
it makes them incredibly relatable, doesn't it? And it reminds you that even great beings face suffering.
Absolutely. It bridges that gap.
And speaking of deep emotions, the focus then shifts beautifully to Farada's extraordinary devotion, Rama's other brother.
Yes, Farata. He returns to Ayodhya, initially joyful.
Liking Rama's back.
Well, just hearing about the return from somewhere, perhaps. But his joy turns instantly to sorrow when he learns the truth. Rama's in exile.
And his reaction is just incredible. He refuses the throne.
Completely refuses it. Instead, he takes Rama's sandals, his padukas, and places them on the throne. He'll rule as a regent, a humble devotee, waiting for Rama's return.
What makes that act so powerful for us reading it today?
Well, it's the ultimate example of selfless devotion, isn't it? Of bhakti. He completely gives up personal power, comfort, everything, for dharma, for love of his brother.
Total selflessness.
And this section culminates in that incredibly moving reunion of Rama and Farada in the forest. Everyone present is so overcome with emotion, they forget themselves in the joy.
Oh, that sounds amazing. It's like the power of that pure love just dissolves everything
It's
else.
a testament to it, absolutely.
And that devotion, that love, it's going to be tested on a massive scale next, right? The Great War.
The epic confrontation. Good versus evil.
You have Ravana, his immense arrogance, his formidable demon army, Kumbhakarna, his giant brother, Meghana, the powerful son. It sounds truly daunting.
It is. The scale is immense.
But amidst all that darkness, what's a detail that signals hope? You mentioned something earlier about Hanuman.
Ah, yes. Hanuman's role is pivotal in finding Sita. And here's that fascinating detail. Within Ravana's palace, in Lanka, the heart of the enemy territory,
Right in the middle of it all.
Hanuman finds a separate little temple dedicated to Vishnu, and sacred Tulasi plants growing near Rama's weapons, which were presumably kept there.
Wow, even there.
Even there, it's this little signal of hope, of unwavering devotion surviving, even flourishing in the most unlikely, most corrupt place. It suggests purity can persist.
That's a powerful image. And the monkey army itself, they become this extraordinary force, right? Made mighty by Rama's grace.
Absolutely. It's not just their physical strength, though they become strong. It's their loyalty, their faith in Rama that transforms them. A real lesson in collective strength born from devotion.
Each warrior eager for battle.
Ready to fight for Rama.
And then Hanuman's direct encounter with Ravana. He gets struck down,
He does. Ravana hits him hard.
but he gets right back up, chanting Rama's name. What does that moment show us about resilience, internal strength?
It crystallizes that power of conviction, doesn't it? Physically challenged, yes, but his spirit, fueled by that devotion to Rama, is unbreakable. Internal resolve, especially rooted in a higher purpose, makes you indomitable.
Unyielding faith.
Exactly, and this whole conflict raises questions about the nature of evil itself. Remember when Rama is fighting Ravana, he cuts off Ravana's heads, his arms.
And they just grow back.
They regenerate, and the text likens it to sins growing at pilgrimages, which is a really thought-provoking analogy.
It really is sins growing stronger in holy places. What do you think that suggests about how we deal with deep-seated evil or maybe negative patterns in our own lives?
Well, it's incredibly vivid, isn't it? It suggests that just tackling the surface symptoms isn't enough. If you don't get to the root cause, the problem just regenerates, maybe even stronger.
Like weeds in a garden.
Precisely. You need a fundamental solution, addressing the core of the sin or the pattern, not just the outward action.
That makes sense. And there's another touching detail here. Varata, back in Aitya, somehow knows Hanuman has been hurt in Lanka and rushes mystically or sends aid to heal him.
Yes. It shows that deep bond, that connection and concern among them, even across vast distances, the power of that shared devotion again.
It all weaves together.
Indeed. And the whole journey culminates finally in Rama's glorious victory. His enthronement back in Ayodhya. This brings immense joy, it says, to all three worlds.
Heaven, earth, and the netherworld.
The whole cosmos celebrates. And this victory ushers in Ram Raja, Rama's ideal rule.
The perfect kingdom, what defines it?
It's characterized by peace, the absence of disease, everyone diligently following their dharma, their righteous path and duty. It's this vision of perfect governance, an ideal society that people still aspire to.
A timeless ideal. So, pulling back a bit, what does all this mean for us today? Especially when the text keeps reminding us about Rama's divine nature. He's not just a human king. He holds many universes in each hair of his body. Infinite power.
Right.
How do we square that divinity with the very real, very human struggles and grief we just talked about?
That's a great question. It prompts us, I think, to consider the dual nature of the divine. It can manifest in ways we can relate to through human experience, embodying ideals.
Like Rama's journey.
Exactly. While simultaneously possessing this cosmic, transcendental power that's beyond our full grasp, the divine can walk among us and be infinite. And the central theme, threading through everything, is devotion, bhakti. It's presented. Yes. A very practical point. It cannot be attained without the invaluable company of saints, of good, spiritually minded people.
So the path to inner peace isn't solitary. It thrives in community, in good company.
Yeah.
That's a very practical takeaway for anyone listening.
Very much so. Find your satsang, your community. And this also leads us to think about, how we distinguish material reality from deeper spiritual truth. The text suggests wisdom lies in not seeing.
Not seeing.
Not getting caught up in the numerous good and bad qualities created by Maya, that cosmic illusion that veils ultimate reality. Seeing beyond the surface duality.
Okay. Seeing the underlying unity, perhaps.
Perhaps, or at least not being swayed constantly by the waves of good and bad fortune, pleasure and pain.
And there you have it. Quite a journey through the Ramcharitmanas. This deep dive, I feel, has really revealed not just a story, but like you said, a profound tapestry. Human emotion, divine power, timeless wisdom.
And the text itself makes a promise, doesn't it? That reading or listening bestows constant victory, wisdom, and opulence.
A powerful promise.
So as we wrap up, here's a final thought, maybe a provocative one for you to consider. In this current age, the Kali Yuga, which Hindu cosmology describes as an age of chaos, conflict, declining values.
Which sometimes feels pretty accurate.
Doesn't it? Well, the Ramcharitmanas posits that in such an age there is no greater refuge, no other shelter than the name of Rama. So the question for you is, how can these ancient principles, dharma, devotion, selfless action, how can they be applied in your life today? Can they offer stability, inspiration, amidst all the complexities we face?
Something to definitely mull over. How does this ancient wisdom resonate right here, right now?
Exactly. Food for thought as you continue your own deep dive into the world around you.